Good evening, everyone. This is Robert Frith of the KDRF Sports TV. This is actually my very first sports podcast debut, as I've been on hiatus for a while, but I'm here with my cousin KD, which is Kevin Dorsey, and I'm the RF, affectionately known as Bob. But you can call me whatever you want. I am happy today, though. I'm very ecstatic because we try to actually do our part within our community, being entrepreneurs ourselves, and try to partner with other entrepreneurs in the area that we know of that are just like us. And actually, this particular person is a double minority. She's a Black woman, and she actually has a clothing and accessories line virtually, and wanted to kind of see how we can actually partner with each other and what the correlation between sports and actually high-end and as well as affordable clothing actually go together. And I'm going to have her explain some of those things, but I will be bringing to you a Kimberly Joy Cartmill, but everyone knows her as Joy Cartmill, and she has a accessories clothing line that she just started up, but has been doing very well. But we wanted to bring her on and have us to give us some information about her, as well as about her clothing line. And I bring to you Joy Cartmill of the Poshadara.
Thank you, Bob. I'm so happy to be here tonight. Thank you for having me on. I'm really excited to do this. This is actually my first time doing a podcast, so I'm excited. So
good.
You definitely described my store well. It is a women's clothing, shoe, and accessory store. It is primarily online, but I do plan on expanding that a little bit more, but that's what we're doing.
Good. So let me ask you this. Give me a little background about yourself, where you're from, how you actually got started into this, and what actually led maybe to you wanting to do a venture such as this.
Well, I'm actually an Army brat. So my father was in the military my entire life. So I was born in Chicago, but lived overseas a lot. Spent my middle school and high school there, and then went to college in Illinois State, go Redbirds. And so then I became an educator. So I've been in education for 24 years, probably dating myself a little bit. But I started off as a teacher and a cheerleading coach, which I loved, and I coached for 19 years, loved it. Then became a school administrator, loved that, loved being a principal. And then I moved into the other side of administration, which is human resources. And so I've pretty much spent my adult career in education, and fashion has just been my passion. Okay.
Well, what was it about starting your business in fashion? What drove specifically that out of other things that could have been for you and things of that nature? What was it about fashion?
I think I've always loved fashion. I think I get that definitely from my mother, who definitely got that from her mother. So my grandmother was always a fashionista. Everything was always, just to the nines. Her lipstick matched her bag and her shoes, and
right.
She was in a wheelchair and she still was rocking it. So my mom was the same way. She was always a diva, and everybody called her the bling queen. She loved flashy and just really enjoyed looking her best. And I think that's something that she instilled to myself and my two sisters. And so we've always been people that just like to be fashion forward and just like trying different things. And this was something right up my alley. And so I thought, well, you know what? Why not just step out in faith and see if I can do something that is my passion?
Well, actually, I had the time to actually go and look through your website and everything, and it is amazing. It's a lot of you definitely have a lot of clothing on there of different styles and things of that nature, as well as the accessories, the handbags, sunglasses. Your website, what is your website?
My website is really easy. It's poshadara.com. That's POSHADARA.com. So just poshadara.com is the website, and all of my social media is the same. So at Poshadara. So
okay. And while on the site, I was actually noticing that there's two different sides. There's a side that says Posh and a side that says Adara, where you can go to clothing on both ends. What is the difference between the two, I noticed?
So, the name of the store is Poshadara, posh meaning like stylish, chic, and then Adara meaning beauty. And so Adara is actually also my daughter's middle name.
Okay.
And so I wanted to be the stylish beauty because I really wanted women to all feel like we're all stylish beauties, no matter what size you're in, just being comfortable in the skin you're in. So in developing Poshadara, I wanted it to be affordable, but I also know people like me who also want things that are affordable. You also want to spoil yourself sometimes and get some luxury things. So the Posh is actually our luxury collections where we have luxury accessories like sunglasses and purses. We probably will expand to some clothing, but when we talk of luxury, we're talking like Dolce & Gabbana and Gucci and Coach.
Okay, so very high-end.
High-end. So the Posh collection is more the luxury high end. And then the Adara collection, that's where I think it's much more affordable, still beautiful pieces, but things that the average person can afford. There's nothing on the Adara collection, I believe, that's over $200, if that. But it's very affordable, but good quality clothing that everybody can find something they probably would like.
Okay. And as I was looking on there, I did notice I'm big into sunglasses. I've had 1 million of them, and I typically lose them somewhere. I have them stepped on, or something or someone takes them and wants them for themselves, or things of that nature. But I was wondering, do you offer anything for men and things of that particular frames or different frames, or do they special order them from you, or how does that work?
So right now, what's on the website right now is mostly women's. There are some men's or unisex sunglasses. We will be adding some men's of the luxury sunglasses on the site, on the Posh collection as well. Also, some men's shoes and belts will probably be added on there as well. So we want to try to branch out. I wanted to really kind of bring the women in because sometimes, we help the men out with their style and making sure they're looking right.
Right. Okay. And also, I was going to ask, what about pop-up shops and places like that? Do you do anything where you may later be anywhere in particular, or will you be doing anything of that nature?
Well, I am definitely glad you asked because I really am interested in starting to do pop-up shops. I've been looking around to see what's coming in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but also willing to go a little outside of that just because I love to interact with people and have that face-to-face engagement. But also sometimes people want to actually touch and see the quality of things. So, I really do want to do some pop-ups. So I hope to be doing that in the near future.
Okay. Tell me about also, and I won't be keeping you so long because I know you are busy, and I appreciate you speaking with us. And once again, this is Joy Cartmill, owner of Poshadara, Poshadara.com. And this is RF of the KDRF Sports TV, Robert, or like I said, you can call me Bob. We're all family and friends here. We're speaking with her. And before I let you go, give me all of your social media platforms that you're currently on and things of that nature, and what's the address for? Sure.
So right now we're on Facebook, and that is just going to be Poshadara. You just kind of type in, you'll find it. And then we're also on Instagram at Poshadara and Twitter at Poshadara. So again, Posh is Posh, Adara is Adara. And that's pretty much how you can find us on all those platforms. We also do a live every Friday. We call it Fab Fashion Friday. And I like to do that because I want to, I watched a finance listened to a finance podcast once, and it was talking about, I think it was Dave Ramsey, he was talking about how if you make more, you should give more. And that's kind of my goal. And so on Fab Fashion Fridays, I always try to discount something. So I'm either going to give 10% off of this, or I'm going to give a free bag away or something like that, just because I believe I've been blessed, and hopefully I can be a blessing to somebody else, and just, just share what God has done for me, and hopefully bring people to the website and let them see what we've got going on too.
Well, that's beautiful. Miss Cartmill, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day this evening, because it's a little later here where we are, but to be able to speak with us and kind of share this information, and also partner with us here at KDRF Sports TV. We appreciate your time and want to thank you for stopping by and talking with us today.
Thank you, Bob. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.